Hello, and welcome to Jeeping with Mark. Today, I thought I'd give about a 2-year review of my BougeRV 12-volt refrigerator. So stay tuned for the review. If you like this video, please make sure you click the subscribe button so you can stay up to date on all my videos. So about 2 years ago, we went ahead and bought this Boige 12-volt refrigerator. We was tired of packing ice around with us all the time, and this is the 23 quart. Right now it sells for about $199. I'll put a link below in the description for the website where you can pick this up at. It served me very well. I mean, it's used constantly pretty much from April to about October. It stays in the Jeep all the time, and it's either plugged into 12 volt or it's plugged into the household current in the garage, so it stays cold until we're ready to leave on this one. If I did have a couple complaints about it, one is that the handles are recessed, so trying to find a way to tie it down can maybe be a little bit of trouble because there's not a way to tie it by the handles. I'll run just a little 2-inch strap around it, and I'm around the side here, and I strap it that way. The only other complaint I would have is this one is a single zone on that. That means you can set it all the way down to 4 below zero, which turns the whole thing into a freezer, which is really good if you want to take ice cream or something like that on the trail with you. Or you can set up to 35, 40 degrees, so you got nice cold drinks, sodas, or whatever you need while you're out on the trail. If I was to replace this one, I would get a dual zone on that one, so you can have half of it as a freezer and half of it as a refrigerator. But for keeping your meat good and cold and fresh, your vegetables, everything else that you have, this does a really good job of it. 23 quarts may sound kind of small when you look at a 23 quart cooler or whatever, but remember, there's no ice to take up any space in here, so you get to use the whole space for storage. We can look at just a regular, good old-fashioned water bottle, and you can see they set up nice and neat in there. Gatorade bottles, pretty much the same way on that. You can either lay them down, like this, or you can set them up, whichever way you prefer on that. Another thing I like about it is without ice, your food does not get soggy on that. So it stays, if you got sandwiches or bread or anything like that in there, it doesn't end up being soggy when you go to eat it. When you open up the lid here, it does give you a little list here of what temperature is recommended for soft drinks, for meat, stuff to that nature. Over here on the control panel is very nice. You hold the power button, the setting button down for a second, and then you just lower your temperature or raise your temperature or whatever you want just by clicking the button here. Okay. Also, you'll see there's an economic mode and a max mode. The max mode will cool off super fast on that. The economic mode, it uses a little bit less of your battery draw on that one. And then you also have your low, medium, and high settings on that, which can, what you can do on that is the high, the fridge has a built-in sensor, for lack of a better word, where it detects your battery draw, so it will not let the refrigerator run your battery down. So what will happen is if you set it on high, the refrigerator will shut off while you still have a lot of juice in your battery. Medium a little bit less, low a little bit less. We've camped with this numerous times. I've never had it run my battery down. I keep it on a medium setting all the time, and my Jeep's never failed to start when I needed it in the morning. Now, one thing on this, if you run it down, you can hear the compressor kick on here in a second. And when the compressor kicks on, it's not very loud at all. It's very quiet, so it doesn't bother you at night. It's got good ventilation in it, on it. It doesn't have a light on the inside, so some people consider that a drawback, but it's got the good chain there on this one. Also, the lid only opens from one direction, so that limits the way you can, place it or, you know, strap it down so we can get to the back of it. But all in all, it's been a very good refrigerator for me. I am going to be upgrading probably here in the next 6 months or so, and I would like to go to a dual zone on the next one. But other than that, I haven't had any problems with it. I've got no complaints. If you listen, you can hear the compressors kicked on now. So you can tell it's very, very quiet on that. So if you're looking for something, get rid of your ice cooler and start using a refrigerator. These sell for about $199 now. I highly recommend it. So thank you for watching the video. If you got any questions, let me know. And please remember to subscribe.